I've been in love with Sweden for years, since I worked for ABBA back in the 80s, and then I got to know Thomas and Marie and of course Thomas Johansson. And I came and I made a tour with Thomas of the folk parks in Sweden to make the lighting for him. And I learnt my little bit of Swedish. Jag kan lite svenska tala nu. And I come back here every year, either to work, to come back with the groups that I make shows for. But always I come back for the Polar Music Prize. And 4 years ago, I think our friend Peter Gabriel got the Polar Music Prize. So we came here together with him, and it's now part of our year. Every year, we know that we're going to come here for 1 week. We usually go in the archipelago for a couple of days to get the Swedish flavor. We start to eat herring on the first day, and we eat herring every day. And then we have this wonderful experience to be here with our friends, to be friends of the Polar, to see the artists who are coming, and it's the high point of the year for us. It really is. Paul is one of the people I worked with. In fact, I worked with a lot of the Polar Prize winners over the years in a different form. So I worked with Simon and Garfunkel, worked with Peter, worked with the Floyd people, with Roger Waters, so it's sort of my world. But in a way, that's just an added bonus if I know some of the... I worked with Evelyn Glennie on the Olympic Games opening ceremonies. So that's a bonus when the laureates are people that I know, but even if I don't know them, it's pretty great to be here. The thing I love about Sweden is that there is a formality about the social way that people behave. They're polite, and there's a formality about how they behave, but they have a real heart, the Swedes. And I think when you break through this little cool Swedish thing, the friends you make are the friends for life. And that's what I love when I go to the event. And of course it's exciting to see the King and the Queen and everybody. And I always think it's quite an emotional occasion. I went to the Polar Music Talks today, which were fantastic, I thought. Every year they get better, more interesting, the way that they're put on. And I watched this film, and I was like a child crying every time I heard, I remember the Patti Smith thing was beautiful, or our friend Peter Gabriel, to hear him talking, or Paul Simon talking, and just seeing musicians. I've worked with musicians all my life, although I'm not a musician, I've worked with musicians, so I understand this sensibility, the generosity of being a musician, and the generosity of seeing these young musicians playing the music of these older guys who are there to be honoured. But the little party is the most emotional heart of the Polar thing for me, to see Marie and Thomas and Anders and Lasse standing on the stairs talking about their father and welcoming these people into their home, not just to their country but into their home, and to be surrounded by their friends. And I know that all the laureates, when they come here, this is a big moment for them, and it sets them off for the rest of the weekend. And I was thinking of Emily standing there, coming to Sweden, she's going to meet the King, she's going to win the prize, and suddenly she's seeing these young, beautiful young girls singing one of her songs. What a powerful, generous gift for her, I think, huh?